Who's the teacher that time? Teacher June. Yeah. And then they. Which is 47 million. That was years ago. I don't know about their money. I don't even know how much your tuition is. That's why I'm asking you. Because I just want to give this company soon. So that's why hopefully you guys will leave before me. If you're tired, you are all tired. We are all tired. Jack, Kyler, Lind, Emma, Mary, where's Mary? Sandra, Lisa, Linda. Anyway, everyone, today we'll be having a lesson that is not in your book. Today I'll be teaching you writing task 1 for a process. Wait, I'll open this slide. Hope you'll finish soon studying here because you are tired.
Very tired.
Yes, me too. Who's not tired here?
No one.
Who isn't tired? Yeah, are you tired? Yes or no?
Chill.
No, chill, guy. Chill, guy. Everyone, today we'll be talking about IELTS training for diagrams. I think some of you have already taken the diagram. I mean, right, this is writing task 1, okay? Now, we'll go back to writing task 1. Do not forget that during the writing task 1, it's usually you write at least 150 words, right? And for writing task 1, everybody, always turn your cameras on. What do you mean by this one? Look at the diagrams that is shown to you, or the charts, the graphs that will be shown to you. Try to understand before writing the diagram, about the diagram. Participation is highly encouraged for this class, and that this is a safe place. That's why I always ask you, it's not always me keep on talking, that's why I want you to talk, because it's to enhance your speaking skills as well. Always make your pens and papers ready, and do not hesitate if you ask questions. Everyone, the outline for this class is about process of diagram. Do you know a process diagram? Process diagram? No. A process, I think you already know this one. What? Have you remembered June or September examination? I forgot though. During the writing test 1, where you are asked to write something about a process. You know what a process is? About the noodles? Manufacturing a noodles. How instant noodles are manufactured. You remember that? You forgot? Right? Yes, if you can still remember that, that is what we call a process diagram. So when a process diagram is, of course, we do need a model. When we say a model, we need a diagram. Now, it was shown during that time a process. So it was like that. Like that, right? So there is a process starting from S1, S2, S1 stands for stage or, oh yes, okay, S2, S3, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. Now, always remember, when you write a process diagram, you need to write everything about the diagram, okay? So, actually, a process diagram is the easiest writing task for writing task 1 because all you have to do is give your introduction with overview, and then you need to talk about the diagram, the process coming from starting from S1 to S6. Okay, as easy as that one. You'll be learning as well grammar and vocabularies for processes and linking devices that you could use. I think you already know what are the linking devices that we use for process diagrams, such as first, second, then, next, right? Those are the linking devices that we use for process diagrams. Now, everyone, here is a test format. A diagrams require a description. When we say description, it's a meaning, okay? Same meaning as of steps and stages of the process. Now, there will be at least one diagram. This is a one diagram, showing a number of different steps. Those we have steps. How many steps do we have here? 6. Now, showing a number of different steps or stages. These stages must be described in correct order. When we say correct order, it means that we start from S1, we need to end at S2. You don't write S1, S5, S3, S4, S2, S6. That isn't in order. So you need to talk about first S1, then S2, S3, S4, S5, S6. As simple as that. Now, from the beginning to end, okay? S1 to S6. There are 2 types of process diagrams. Now, the first one is what we call a life cycle. When we say life cycle, this is about life. So, could anyone give me an example of a life cycle process diagram? What animal? Hello? What process? Life cycle. The easiest one. Oh my gosh. The caterpillar. The butterfly. Okay? That is a life cycle. First, what? These are?
What's that?
This is an egg. Oh, egg, that's egg.
Nani?
That's a butterfly egg. Next, right after that, the eggs become?
It's a dragon.
Good. It becomes a caterpillar. Or a worm? Not worm though. The caterpillar.
It's the dragon.
Okay, it's a caterpillar. Anyway, next one. It becomes a what? What is this? Oh, you don't know. You And the last one is exactly Just a moment. Next one is of course the last one is a butterfly. That is a life cycle. It's one of the easiest writing tasks for writing task 1 because all you have to do is write down about that one and then you need to make comparisons, okay? So next one is the first stage, the first one you need to talk, of course, it's an egg, and then the last one is to become a beautiful butterfly. Are usually the same set since the cycle goes back. It's just a cycle, okay? That is what we call a life cycle. Now, we have here an example. The life cycle of the honeybee. Okay, look at that. It's just one cycle. Now, if you're going to write something about this one, you need to include the numbers, especially the days of how these these honeybees usually grow into an adult or matured honeybee. So all you have to do is you need to write the first stage, which is the egg. Either way, you could write something beginning with an egg, but you could write about this one too, about the honeybee. If they matured enough, they would be laying eggs, right? And then, or you could start that eggs hatch after 9 to 10 days, like that. But you need to make sure that you at least write 150 words. Everyone. Now, you need to summarize the information. Talk about this one by choosing and reporting the key features. What are our key features here? And make any relevant comparisons. So if you will be writing about this one, of course, you need to compare each process. In 9 to 10 days, the egg would what? Would be hatching, and small nymph molts will go out of its egg. Something like that. And then in 5 to 7 days, you just need to compare. Talk about this one. Compare. In 5 to 7 days, the small nymph molts will go out, and it's a little tiny nymph molts. In 7 to 9 days, the lymph nodes will grow bigger and bigger, and like that. You just need to talk about that one. It's a cycle. Okay? This one is one of the writing task 1. Now, we have here another one. Now, once again, the other one is a flow chart. A flow chart, you need to talk, the last step is usually very different from the process. Why? Why do you think it's very different? When we say life cycle, it's the same, right? Because look at that. It's just a cycle. But this one is different. Because always remember that the first step, usually the things that you provide, the things that you give, the thing from a scratch. If this is how instant okay, this is how instant noodles are manufactured. Look at that. We don't have an arrow anymore here. So we end at step 6 or stage 6. Therefore, it produced a product, right? Because in step 1, it's usually the flour. And here we have instant noodles. So we have a product coming from a scratch to a product. So it's different. It's not a cycle. So that's why for that one, you need to talk each of these steps or stages. Now, from the first and is result in culmination. So you need to talk what after the first stage and then the second stage, going through a successive number of steps. That's why that refers to the stages and steps. Now, we have here an example, right? Now, this one is entitled, the graph is entitled Potato Crisp Production Process. So it's about a potato. Okay, how potato crisp or chips are actually made. Okay, now we have here the diagram below shows the process of making potato crisp. Now, everyone, of course, the process, you need to look at the arrow first. Where will it start? Of course, here, right? And it would end where? Where are you going to end your writing? Where? Huh? Where? Yes, exactly, at the back for sale. At the back for sale. We end there, okay? But you could add up something from that one, right? Because if it's bags for sale, where does those products usually go after they are put into products? Where in? Where? In the supermarkets. What? In the supermarkets. Okay, now, everybody, now, the first process here, of course, we would be talking about, first one is potatoes. Potatoes are put into what? Potatoes are washed and peeled. By the way, what do you mean by peel? To remove the skin. Okay? Okay. Potatoes are put into are washed and peeled in a what? What is it? What is it? Machine. Potatoes are put into a machine and then they are washed and peeled with cold water. You need to write all the things that you can see here, okay? The potatoes are put into a machine wherein they are washed and peeled with cold water. What are our leading device? Next to that, or second, first, potatoes are second. Now, potatoes are what? Peeled. They are peeled and put into a slicer. You cannot read? You cannot see? That's you read slicer. Okay. Slicer. They are put into slicer. Why? Why do you put them into slicer? Yes. To cut it in. Do you use that word for that one? They are cut into thin. They are cut into thin pieces. By using the slicer, and then And then what? The thin sliced pieces are then dried up by hot air machine. We're talking about machine. This is a machine. By a hot air machine. And then for what? For drying. After that, or third, you could say third, or after that, the dried potato thin slice the dried thin pieces of potatoes are then put into a temperature cooker for or to fry it or to cook it. It's a temperature cooker only, so we use cook, okay? To cook it. After that, these cook thin sliced potatoes are then go pass through a salter to give what? Flavor. To give flavor to them. And then next to that is they go into a backpacker machine. And then lastly is they are in the bags for sale, which you could talk about that after that you could these bags of potato crisp are then delivered to supermarkets like that. Okay? Now, you just need to use all the words that you've seen here, and you need to make sure that you understand most of the things that you see here. Especially when you say temperature cooker, they are not cooked here because they are actually they are not fried. Because if they were fried, they would say they would fried, okay, deep fry them. But they were in temperature cookers, so they just cooked the potato crisps. Now, for IELTS task 1, writing task 1, should the candidate you write a conclusion for writing task 1? Yes or no?
No.
Exactly. I think you already know that. No. An IELTS task 1 response does not need a conclusion, but it's optional. So it's up to you if you will write a conclusion for that one. Next. Question 2. How many paragraphs should writing task 1 4, maximum of 4, minimum of 3. An IELTS task 1 should have a minimum 3, so you need to at least have 3, but not more than 4. So it's 3 to 4, not less than 1, not less than 3, not more than 4. Okay? Some actually writes 5, it's too much. Okay? Try to think about it. For introduction, you need to at least write your introduction, overview. And it comes after that, you write body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. And for 4, it's your conclusion, it's optional. When we say optional, it's up to you if you summarize it. Okay? Now, this is just a quick review though. Now, paragraphing, okay, because some of you still cannot write the writing task introduction without paraphrasing. Now, always remember for paragraphing for writing task 1, we have the introduction. For introduction, you only need 1 paragraph. which includes your introduction and overview, okay? Describe the process briefly. When we say describe the process briefly, you need to talk about it not in details, but briefly, okay? For body, you need to write at least 1 to 3 paragraphs. Yes, 1 to 3 paragraphs only. Describe the process diagram in details. When we say in details, word by word, okay? For conclusion, it's optional. You could only use 1 paragraph. Now, describe the process in summarize overall. Now, question number 3. If correct paragraphing is not adhered to which criterion, would you be affected? If you did not follow the writing task criterion, would your scores? Do you think your scores will be affected? Yes or no? Hmm? The absence of adequate paragraphing would significantly affect the coherence. That's why you need to make sure you follow the paragraphing. Because if you talk too much, and it is pointless already, because you keep on repeating again and again the thoughts. Just state your point, okay? Your coherence and cohesion, which is your answer, wouldn't be that 100% accurate. Okay? That's why you need to make sure that if you are asked without questions, you only answer that question too. Do not answer too much that isn't in the question. Now, we have here the sample that I have told you last time. I think you already know this one. This was the writing last time, right? If you could still remember. Have you write this correctly? No, because it wasn't introduced to you yet, right? Yes. Anyway, that's what I've said. You just need to talk about that one in general, and you need to write it down word by word. Okay. What's that? Do you want to drink medicine? No. Okay. Are you sick? Why you go to school? Yeah. Why you go here? Okay. Anyway, yes. No. 150 words. Anyway, I think most of you already know how to give introductions, which makes more longer. How about this one? Let's go back to this diagram. How would you make an introduction for this one? Would you think that you could make at least 50 words in it? How do you say it? Would you say the chart below shows or illustrates the process or how potato crisps are manufactured? Do you say that in your introduction? Make it more longer. How do you make it more interesting? How? You would say, don't just talk about this one, because if you'll be paraphrasing just this one, it won't give you so much words. So how do you start your introduction for this one? You would say, think about it. You need to create a story about this introduction. How would you let the reader makes you want him or her to read your writing? You would think many people likes what? Likes potato crisp When you would start like that, many people like eating. I'm sorry. But, of course there's a but they do not know how these are actually made. Or you could write something about yourself, about that introduction. Like you would say, potato crisp is one of my favorite, or potato crisp is one of my sister's favorite snacks. But most people, or my sister don't know how these are actually made. Now, in the process diagram below illustrates how potato crisp now you could make this introduction much more longer, not just this one. Many people like eating potato crisp, but they do not know how these are actually made. The process diagram below illustrates how potato crisp are made. The process has the process shows how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 6 steps. Where do we begin? You could stop about from the beginning up until the end. The process shows 6 steps. Starting from what? From a piece of potato. A piece of potato to yes, to a thin, to a flavored, thin, sliced potato crisp in a bag. Okay, how many words do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. We have 46 words already. So you could add up more on that. Just make sure that you are stating some. You could add up the process coming from the beginning. Look at that. Starting from a piece of potato to a flavored, thin, sliced potato crisp in a bag. Or you could add up that in a bag, which are then fold in No, we have 53 words now. 53 words. So as easy as that. But you don't talk about the process all in all because you'll be talking about the process in your body paragraph. Okay? Don't forget about that. Now, everyone. Okay. Now, how about this one? How do you make an introduction for that one? Do you still remember how did you write an introduction for that one? Get your notebooks and write an introduction for that one. You need to have at least 50 only introduction. Do you want to go somebody?
No.
Introduction.
How to write?
Hui.
Why?
50 words plus.
15. Okay.
50.
50.
50.
No, 0, 5. 5 to 0. 0. 5 to 0.
Quickly. And here is the diagram title. The diagram below shows how instant noodles are manufactured. Manufactured, what do you mean by manufactured? The same meaning as? Made. Quickly, look to Alisa first. Show me your answer. I will take it.
Okay.
50 words. How old are you, Wayne?
Huh?
How old are you?
6 years old.
16?
Yes. Cái lạ hơn vậy. Cái hơn rồi. Xin chào sao buổi rượu buồn đã
Now you need to write an introduction that is interesting, okay? Do not copy mine. Do you want to write the body too?
No.
Okay. Introduction. We'll have the body next meeting.
No.
Okay.
Noodle. No potato.
I told you. You're copying, my gosh. Finish, pass your papers here. Notebook. What? Slap me? Hit him? You can see. Silos. It's a container. Storage silos. It's a container where you put. You really need to practice this one because for writing task 1 you are already given 20 minutes, right? But some of you still can't write within 20 minutes.